Hey folks, how's it going tonight? Hope everybody got through the holiday okay and had a great time with their family. I was handed an urgent message right before this come on the air. So let me read it to you. Lady Prepper wanted y'all all to know that next Monday night we're going to break into that cheese that she waxed about 6 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, to make sure it's still good. If you haven't watched that video, go over to my channel and check out where she's waxing cheese for all of us. I'm pretty sure it's going to work out well. So come back next Monday night and make sure. I got some more going on next Monday night. I think you're going to like. I'm not going to tell you that till we get to the end of this one, though. So hang on. But hope you got through Christmas okay. Looks like we got a pretty good crowd here tonight. Got Donna Brown in the house with us. Michael's with us. Fourth and Goal. I hope you enjoyed those books. Glenn Anderson is with us. All right. There we go. Plug in Carrie's channel. Yeah, you guys need to go over and check out Carrie's Culinary Crafts over there. She got some good stuff going on, putting some good recipes on there. She put one up today that I think even I can do. So you might want to go check that out. Look like it's pretty good to me, but hey, I'll know in a couple of days when I fix it. That's for dang sure. Biggs is with us. All right. If you guys didn't catch Biggs on Saturday night, you missed a great little program. Everybody was sending their blessings and prayers to our armed services people. She's put it up there for them to see, and hopefully they'll all see it. That was great. I really enjoyed that a lot. Tammy Joe's with us again tonight. All right. Who's your prepping nurse? All righty. We got a good bunch here tonight. I got a great community. I love doing this for you guys. I do it for you guys. It's a nice little hobby, but I really enjoy that others like to take part in it. All right. Been waiting to see the cheese. That's right. Next Monday night. Katie, we're going to see what happened. Let's see if it worked out well or not. I have no doubt that it did, but we're going to find out for sure. Have us a little wine and cheese. Yeah. Oh, should say apple juice and cheese. I'm sorry, it's apple juice. Yeah, Lori's with us. Lori's Thrifty Kitchen Pantry. All right. Make sure you check her out over there. Sorry I missed your live stream last night. Actually, I was just so lazy yesterday, I didn't do anything. For the first time in my life, I didn't change my clothes when I got out of bed all day long. All me and Lady Prepper did was sit and watch movies and just relax. We did our Christmas thing with family on Saturday, so we got to rest yesterday. And it's never done it before, but I will be doing it again. When you wear them jammies all day and don't do anything, that's a good day. I am going to promote a movie here. I know a lot of you might have seen it already, but some of you might not have. You need to check out A Christmas, what was the Ralphie movie? A Christmas Story Christmas. That was a good movie. I really enjoyed that. I know they tried to make one before, a sequel before, that didn't work out too well, but this is a good one. It's got the original cast in it. Ralphie and all his buddies and his brother, and it was pretty good. It was fun. It was a fun little movie. Also, a movie I watched yesterday that I didn't want to watch. I never wanted to see it. Got to admit it. Was it Top Gun Maverick? Didn't think much of the first Top Gun. Really didn't. But when Tucker Carlson said that that's the kind of movie that this country needed when it came out, I said, okay, I'm going to go check it out. Great movie. It was a good movie, a good action movie with, the Americans are the good guys and we got heroes and they're not trying to shove a political message down your throat. It's good just to see a good old action movie, that you can get really wrapped up in. That was a good one. So it was an awesome movie. It surprised me. It really did. Not much of a Tom Cruise fan, but that one was a great movie. It really was. So, all right, let's get on what we're going to talk about here tonight. Christmas. Like I said, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Uh, New Year's is coming up. That really don't mean much to me. Just another day. That old bullshit of new year, new person, new start. No. When you wake up the next day, you got the same bills. The country's in the same shape. You got the same problems. Hopefully you'll have the same blessings as you did the day before, or maybe just a little more of those. But it's just another day to me. So Christmas is where it's at. We celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, and I think that day should always be special. Hopefully you do too. So, all right. What are we going to talk about here? Yeah, we got to do our stupid news and stupid person in the news. It was made easy this week. One person covers both of those categories. Here we go. Miss Whoopi. Yeah, she's, you'll remember back around the first of the year, they suspended her for saying that the Nazis didn't kill the Jewish people for racial reasons. They suspended her from her show. Well, she did it again yesterday. Same thing. Dummy. I mean, I could rant on this one for a week, but some people just don't learn. Lady Prepper showed me a news article yesterday where her show, The View, has had a legal action taken against it 37 times in 2022. And they have had to retract more statements than any other show on television. But they just keep babbling that stupid shit. So, hopefully they'll do what they need to do with her. Well, I mean, we know why they won't, but I mean, I wish they would just step up and say, okay, that's enough. To say that the Nazis didn't kill the Jewish people for racial reasons is stupid. It's not dumb. It's stupid. But she took care of both of those categories for me right there in one. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Whoopi, you dumbass. But let's just get on by that. Don't know if you guys, I'm sure you know. If you don't, I'm going to tell you. The Senate passed a spending bill on Friday, an omnibus, I can't say the word, omnibus bill, what is it? Omnibus bill. Yeah, omnibus bill. There we go. It had a bunch of crap in it. Another $46 billion going to that country over in Eastern Europe we've been helping out. Can't say the name without getting your video monitored, so I'm not going to say the name. You guys know where it's at. Another $46 billion on top of the $50 billion we've already sent over there. It's just, I think, and I told Lady Prepper the other day, that's probably the biggest money laundering scheme in the history of this world. I mean, about 30% of what they send over there to actually help what's going on. Only 30% of it is actually being used for that. The other 70% is going to arms dealers in Europe and Asia. That 70%, where is that money going? When those people secure that weaponry, they're paying somebody for it. Now, where's that money going? It damn sure ain't coming back to the United States. It's ridiculous what they're doing over there. And, eventually it's going to catch up with them. They can do it as long as they want to, but eventually somebody's going to have to answer for it, I hope. All I can do is hope. But there was something else in that bill. The main reason I brought it up is the 18 rhinos here that voted for it. They knew it was garbage when they voted for it, but they did it anyway. They tried to say it was, these guys were trying to float it as, okay, we're keeping the government running. Yeah, you are. Right. That's ridiculous. That's just straight up ridiculous. That's not what this was about. There's so much wasteful spending in there and so much money going to, like I said, places it shouldn't, and nobody knows actually where that money's going once it circles back around. But got a pretty good idea, but I ain't got no proof, so I ain't going to comment on that. But there was something else in that bill. Let's see what Katie's got to say here. That looks pretty interesting. We live in a town with a large VA hospital. I'm about to get into the VA problem with this bill. Epidemic of homeless. Yep, that's right. We need to start taking care of our veterans first. But this bill did have something in it for the veterans. So, let me see here. The VA has been ordered to keep records of all veterans that have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And the one reason for that is so that can be checked against red flag laws in each state. A person that has been officially classified as having a mental disorder, or, well, not a disorder, a mental problem, falls under a lot of the red flag laws in a lot of these states. So they can go to a veteran's home and take his firearms if he has post-traumatic stress disorder. Also, the VA has been ordered to keep a list of veterans that is known to own firearms. Not just the veterans, but their address, their contact information, everything. So I see what's coming down the road. They want to disarm all the veterans right off the bat, because if anything does happen where they are needed on the home front for protection, our administration don't want them to be armed. I'm telling you right now, that's all this is about. That's all this was for, that they stuck in that bill, is to make sure trained men and women don't have the ability to stand up against a tyrannical government. That's exactly what that was for. Well, they're going to keep pushing, guys. I'm telling you, they're going to keep pushing. It's not going to help them out one bit. It's just going to harm them in the long run, because the current administration thinks that they can just pass down the order. If things get out of hand, they can declare, I hate to say this too, because I know it's going to get my video restricted, but I'm going to say it anyway. If they do have martial law, if they do institute martial law, then they don't want people to be able to fight back. Yep, they can want in one hand and poop in the other and see which one fills up first. Because I know what's going to happen. There's a lot of soldiers, a lot of veterans, a lot of police officers. They don't care what the hell these people say. If it gets to that point, they're not going to get out and enforce those laws to disarm American citizens. It's not going to happen. I know a lot of those guys. I was one of those guys. And I'm telling you, that's not going to happen. There'll be maybe 30%, 40% of what they have there as far as active military personnel and police officers or whatever that might go along with the program. But that other 60%, nope. They're going to tell them to screw off. Let me put it that way. They're going to tell them to screw off is what they're going to do. But hopefully it'll never get to that. If it does, we're ready. It's that simple. We're ready. And on that topic, don't know if you heard about this, the CDC is scrubbing all defensive firearms information from their website, also from all of their statistics. They're trying to hide it. Right now they say there's 50 to 55,000 people a year die from gun violence. Well, about 40% of those are suicide. They don't say that. Another 20 to 25% is gang related. They don't tell you that. But they damn sure don't want you to know that 1 to 2 million times a year, Americans defend themselves from criminal violence by using a handgun. That don't mean they fire it every time. Don't mean they shot somebody every time. That just means that 1 to 2 million times a year, a handgun or some kind of firearm has deterred violence against a victim. But they don't want you to know that because it don't fit the agenda. And the CDC, this right here is exactly why the CDC should not be a part of the gun control debate. They're nothing but a political department. They don't give a shit about the facts. And guess what? I don't give a shit about them. Everything they said about COVID has been wrong. Everything. Face masks work. No, they don't. I said the C word, didn't I? There we go. This video is going to get restricted, so we might as well go with it. If you get the vaccine, you won't get the disease. Wrong. The majority of people dying right now in hospitals are vaccinated people. That was a lie. Everything about that made up crap was a lie. It was just all to control people, make it possible for people to vote from home and not prove who they are. That's what that was all about. But I'm going to get into that a lot more next week. I got a good one next week. Already lining it up. Had it lined up for 2 weeks. Think y'all enjoy it. But, they're going with that, with the CDC, saying they should keep these stats. No, this right here is why they shouldn't. They shouldn't be investigating that stuff. It's that simple. They work with diseases. They don't work with firearms. The ATF, that communist bunch of assholes, they actually got, I think it was 40-something million more dollars for the ATF in this new bill, or is it 400 million or something like that? Wasting a lot more of your money to regulate your guns, but they got that hidden in there as well. But I guess the big topic we've all had to deal with lately has been this problem with the weather. It got cold here. Oh my gosh. It got down to, I know there are people up there that was really in some serious harsh weather. But when it gets down to like 30 or 32 here, that's like zero wherever you are. We can't stand it. We ain't built for that down here in Florida. We got cold. But that's just the facts. I mean, we did. Yesterday morning was the coldest morning of the year. So we had to deal with that. But it's a laughing matter here, but it's not in a lot of parts of the country. There's been a lot of deaths because of this recent storm. As you can see right there, 27 people died in Buffalo alone, 55 across the country that were stranded in their cars across the country. Not a laughing matter about death, and it's a shame. But they didn't say how many of these people, if any of these people were in electric cars. I saw a story earlier posted by Pinball Prepper. I don't know if you guys listen to him. You need to go over there and check him out. But he ran across a story where a guy didn't have the ability to charge his electric car at home because of the grid down situation there. So he went to one of the Tesla stations nearby, plugged his car in and sat there for 2 hours. And it was so cold in 2 hours, the car took no charge. The batteries were so cold, they wouldn't even take a charge. So that right there lets you know about, what they're trying to force you into doing here with these electric vehicles. Someone was running a methane stove inside. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure a lot of those deaths that they were talking about there were due to people, like he said, this one says running, propane stoves or whatever inside their house. Surely you would think people would know better than that by now. But a lot of folks don't. And hopefully, that won't happen again, but I'm sure it will. Got to hit a dry throat, folks. What we got here? This morning, my son replaced his plumbing that froze and burst. Yeah, that's happened a lot across the country. A lot of plumbing problems for folks. But hopefully we won't get another deep freeze like the one we just went through. Fluffy's with us. Appreciate it, Fluffy. I truly do. Love you being here with us. But we should have learned something from Europe. I mean, we're seeing what's happening over there. And, they pushed that Green New Deal. They got their solar energy and their windmills and stuff. And it's just not enough for the people over there. And they're starting to fire back up those plants, those nuclear plants and their coal burning plants. And they're, the Europeans are learning the hard way, and we need to learn from them. It's that simple. The technology's not there to go green. It's that simple. We just cannot go green. There's not enough windmills. There's not enough solar panels. There's not enough batteries. I want to refer to Pinball again. He actually did the research. I wish I'd thought about it. I'd have done it. But he did the research and discovered that all the battery power in the world combined can only power the Earth for 75 seconds. That's all of them in the world. That's every battery in the world. Now, how in the hell do they expect us to live with that? It's impossible. It can't be done. But hey, John Kerry jumps on his private plane and he flies off over to Europe, keeps preaching about how we need to live off batteries and wind. Well, he can kiss my ass. I never liked that guy. Never did.
We're back.
I'm going to tell you what, this is funny. I just remembered something. When John Kerry ran for president against George W. Bush in 2004, there was a soldier that went live on Hannity and Combs. I don't know if you guys remember that show that was on Fox.
Oh, that was a good show.
And he pretty much burned John Kerry. It was the night before the election. And his name was Ken Dixon. And I'm proud to say that was my son. John Kerry made all these claims about this was going on in Iraq and that's going on in Iraq. And my son was there, boots on the ground, exactly where he said all this stuff was happening. And my son said, nope, ain't happening. If he wants to come and face me, we'll talk about it. So I'm kind of proud of that. He burned him. And it kept him from being president, I'm sure. But that's when one single American had a strong voice. It's not that way anymore. We got to get back to that. If we don't, we're done. It's that simple. But, I mean, I looked it up on Google a couple of years ago to see if that old interview was still there. And guess what? I couldn't find it. But,
shocked.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, Lady Prepper's back with us. She was out.
Calm down.
She was out in the living room with Tucker, who was having a spaz because one of our neighbors was shooting fireworks.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Christmas is over.
Well, I didn't talk to him at Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right. She said Merry Christmas.
Old prepper.
Carrie remembers that interview. Good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. John Kerry was saying this stuff wasn't there. This stuff was there, whatever. Kenny said, nope. Yep, come talk to me. Let's talk about it. And he burned him the night before the election. That was great. Proud of that boy. Donna said, Merry Christmas. All right. Hope Santa brought you guys some cool stuff. I got a couple awesome books. I mean, I'm a book guy, and I really enjoyed the ones I got. So
I'm going to grind flour.
Yeah. There we go.
That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Grinded flour?
Yep. We got a mill to grind our wheat berries with so we can make some fresh flour, make us some biscuits. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I am proud. I'm proud of my boy.
Yeah, we are.
2 years, what was it? 2 tours in Iraq.
We are proud of our boy.
Yeah, I'm proud of that boy. That's my man. Ain't many men can say their son's a hero, but I can. Makes me proud. I'm going to beat my chest over that one. Yeah, she won't know what kind of meal you
Yeah,
got.
tell
Let
her.
her know.
Tell her
All
I'm
right.
telling her right now.
She's typing it up for you right now. Lori said Merry Christmas. All right. Got a lot of wheat berries, but no grinder. Got to get that grinder, Donna. You got to get it. From what I understand, when you grind that fresh, make that fresh flour, make some awesome bread. So, all right. I think I'm going to wind this up tonight. We're coming up on our 30 minutes here. I don't want to take no more time than that. Appreciate every one of you being here. Love you all and appreciate you being here. But next week, I was lined up a program last week, actually, I was going to do, and I didn't do it. Got thinking about it and said, okay, that would be a good one to start the new year with. So next week, I'm going to walk you through how this country was destroyed from within. It's taken over 40 years to do it, but they did it. We're pretty much done, folks. Got to get ready for it. I'm also going to give you 5 predictions that I think is going to happen in 2023. That's not only going to affect you, it's going to affect the entire world. What I think is coming. Don't think I'm going to be too far off with it either. Pretty sure I'm going to hit at least 2 or 3 of them. And ain't none of them pretty. So you need to get ready for it. But it's been a great year. We built this channel this year. I love you guys, and I appreciate so much that you're all here. I truly do. We got a great community. Hopefully we can, make it grow over the next year, and we'll all be happy and healthy. Count your blessings. If you're here with us, count your blessings for this last year. 2022 has been a mess, but we all made it through so far. And we're going into 23. It's going to get a lot worse, folks. You're going to see that in my predictions next week. So let's all stick together, pray for each other, and hopefully we'll get through 2023 just fine. But I'm going to tell you what to get ready for. With that, I'm going to say stay strong, stay patriotic to the principles our country was founded on. Pray for our country, pray for each other. God bless you all, and I'll see you next Monday night.